Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. This is Rovinho Lama and you're watching English Prime Times. The news in headline. TH Muivah all cheerful this morning to remain under observation at CIHSR, conditions stable as per hospital sources. After 2 days visit to Meghalaya, Union Home Minister Amit Shah reaches Guwahati to discuss development agenda of NDA government. Rajya Sabha MP from CPI M. John Britis moved Supreme Court 6-seat probe against Pegasus spyware, alleged government for being evasive. In Tokyo Olympic, Mary Kom wins opening round. Rowing duo enters semi-finals of men's lightweight. Double sculls PV Sidhu win opening games. Heavy rain continues havoc over Maharashtra. Death toll climbs to 138. Over 1 lakh people evacuated from flood-affected areas. Now news in details. Health update of the Muivah from hospital authority. Muivah hospitalized as he was feeling a bit uncomfortable. He had a sound sleep last night. He was all cheerful this morning. No fever for the last 24 hours. Hospital closely working with government of Nagaland, relatives and chief medical officer. Dimapur are in loop. No visitor permitted Muivah to remain under observation for some days. Health update of the Muivah from hospital authority. Muivah hospitalized as he was feeling a bit uncomfortable. He had a sound sleep last night. He was all cheerful this morning. No fever for the last 24 hours. Hospital closely working with government of Nagaland, relatives and chief medical officer. Dimapur are in a loop. No visitors permitted Muivah to remain under observation for some days.
For last 24 hours, he's doing fine. He's good. Yeah. I think it is already out in the yesterday's report also. Yes. Yeah.
ये क्या है? इतना लंबा लिखा हुआ है. ये क्या है?
We haven't heard anything like that. Right now he is not having fever and he is quite stable, so we haven't heard anything like that.
When he was brought to this hospital, what were the symptoms that he had?
He was a little uncomfortable, feeling uncomfortable, for which they decided to bring here. Yes. Yesterday evening.
Any chances of being discharged soon?
Our team is monitoring him closely, and yes, since it is very mild form, so hopefully he should be able to go soon. Yes. So we are closely working with the government of Nagaland, with his relative, and also the CMO Dimapur, and we all are working together and making sure that the best treatment he gets and he recovers at the earliest. Yeah, that is what we are looking forward to. Yes.
Where is this allowed?
For COVID, yeah, visitors are not allowed. Yeah, it's restricted. Yeah.
So is it that being kept at the hospital? Is in the ICU?
We are keeping him in a cabin where he is taken care of well, monitored well. Yes. I don't have any idea. I think they're entitled to some security, and he doesn't have fever for last 24 hours.
What toll would Muivah's prolonged hospital stay take on the ongoing Naga political issues? We want to go live with Onitom Oja, a senior journalist, DY365. Hello, ma'am. What toll would Muivah's prolonged hospital stay take on the ongoing Naga's political issues?
Well, Mr. Muivah has been on the forefront. He has been there in the forefront as far as the Naga peace talks are concerned. There were about 80 rounds of talks since 1997, and Naga peace issue, we all know from the Northeast how important and significant it is. It's an emotional issue, sentimental issue as far as the people of Nagaland are concerned. And Twinkling Muivah has been, he has been at the helm of all the talks that has been held with the government of India since 1997. And now there's already the parliamentary core committee that had its couple of meetings were held just a few days back. In fact, Mr. Muivah was present there before he fell ill. He's unwell at this point of time. So this is a very critical juncture because this parliamentary core committee comprising of all the 60 MLAs of Nagaland as well as the two member of parliament from Nagaland, they are part of this particular committee that has been set up, and the committee's main agenda is to get back everybody, all stakeholders on board and resume the Naga peace talks. And how more can I emphasize on the fact that Mr. Muivah plays the most critical role in this entire Naga peace process. Therefore, he remaining unwell or he being in the hospital for a longer period of time is going to have a huge, huge impact on the entire Naga peace process, the Naga peace talks that has been pending for several years now.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for your inputs. Death tolls in Maharashtra climbed to 138 as heavy rain flooded parts of Maharashtra and its adjoining areas. According to reports, about 135,000 people have been evacuated from the flood-affected areas. A total of 112 deaths have been reported and 3,221 animals have died. A total of 53 people were injured and 99 are missing. Meanwhile, flood water has entered the roads and fields, submerging many areas of the Sangli district in Maharashtra. Locals of the area are keeping an around-the-clock vigil. Rajya Sabha MP John British on Saturday moved the Supreme Court seeking a court-monitor probe by a special investigation team into the reports of surveillance of activists, journalists and politicians using the Pegasus spyware. In his writ petition filed before the Apex Court, CPIM leader claimed the government has been evasive on the Pegasus issue. The petition highlighted the statement made by Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav, in Parliament and pointed out that he had said that no unauthorized interception has taken place, which raises the question whether the surveillance was authorized, referring to the conclusion of journalists, judge, and even a member of the Election Commission in the list of targets. The plea argues that a fundamental aspect of Indian democracy are at stake.
So, in this respect, this is a very important issue, and we haven't got any justice from the Parliament. The government has been very evasive in its reply. Neither they have denied it, nor they have accepted it. So in this context, we are compelled to approach the Supreme Court to have a fair, Supreme Court monitored investigation into the whole gamut of issues. So in this respect,
Defense Ministry of Afghanistan on Saturday claimed that their security forces have killed as many as 262 Taliban terrorists across various provinces in just 24 hours. The forces further said 176 terrorists were injured during the operation and 21 improvised explosive devices were defused. According to the ministry, security operations are being conducted continuously throughout the country, especially in the territories where the Taliban has advanced. Meanwhile, the government has imposed a curfew across almost all the country on Saturday in an attempt to stop the Taliban from invading cities. The fight between the Taliban and the Afghanistan government forces has escalated over the last 2 months as the United States has announced to withdraw its troops from the country. A group of farmers on Saturday staged a protest against newly appointed Punjab Congress President Navjot Singh Sidhu in Punjab's Rupnagar district. The protest was over his recent remark made in context of farmers, where he said that thirsty people goes to the well doesn't come to the person. Sidhu also spoke about how low yields and low incomes in agriculture is forcing farmers to agitate. He was also shown black flag when he arrived here to pay obsession at the Gurudwara. The protester also raised slogans against Sidhu for his remarks made during his address in his installation ceremony at Chandigarh on Friday. Western Sumi Student Union WSSU has issued a 10-day ultimatum to all Nagaland Private School Association ANAPSA, Dimapur unit to waive of school student fees. WSSU President Kugato urged parents to come forward and support the appeal put forward by the union. The president of the union further clarified that the appeal for concession of fees was not only for students hailing from the Sumi community, but for every community residing in Dimapur district.
इनिका से आमी खान 10 days ultimatum दिगेना से होइले भी आमी खान ला डिमांड टू 10 days भितर दे तो इको डिमांड टू दिया नाय ultimatum ते इनिका होबो लागे इनिका concession 100% होबो लागे नहले तो concession तो इमान ना पारेसे गले इनिका करि दिबो इतो इको आमी खान ultimatum ते इको लिखि केना दिया नाय होले भी कथा कोआ निसिना आमी खान a word can create a war and a word can create a peace इनिका कोई तो की होइले भी इश्यू की होइले भी आमी खान एकी लगते ভাল পৰা বহিগেনা কথা কৰিব পাৰিছে কইলে ভাল বি তাতে আছে হলে বি বিয়া বি তাতে কথা না জানিগেনা না বুজিগেনা কইছে কইলে তাতে ওলাই যায়
India has reported 39,742 COVID-19 cases and 535 deaths in the last 24 hours. India's recovery rate now stands at 97.36%. A total of 39,972 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, which bring the total recoveries to 3,543,138 across the country, with 4,08,212 active cases. Amid China's military pressure, Taiwan prepares for a cyber war. Cyber attacks are a growing global. There, a number of countries are now focusing on the mounting threat of cyber crimes. Taiwan brings at the forefront amid China's military pressure and crippling cyber attacks. Taiwan head of cybersecurity said that they are using dramatic measures to guard against technological vulnerability, including employing roughly 24 computers experts to deliberately attack the government system and help it defend against what Taiwanese authorities estimate are some 20 million to 40 million cyber attacks every month. Kikon, former Nagaland minister, passed away today at the age of 88. Kikon was a six-time member of Nagaland Legislative Assembly and also one of the 4 ex-interim body members from Lotha community. He started his political career in the early 1960s and retired from active politics in 2008. He also authored several books. The most recent book was his autobiography, Beyond the Banyan Tree. CM Nifirio, in his speech, said that the Naga society in general and Lotha community in particular have lost a father figure and a true son of the soil. The vacuum created by his demise will be difficult to fill. He also convey his heartfelt condolence to the bereaved family members and pray that God will give strength and courage. India Meteorological Department on Saturday said that rainfall activity is likely to increase over northwest India from today. Among the states they are likely to witness heavy rainfall are Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. The weather department has predicted widespread to very heavy rainfalls over Uttarakhand during 25 to 28 July, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana and West Uttar Pradesh during 26 to 28 July and Punjab and East Uttar Pradesh on 27th and 28 July. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, during his 2-day visit to Meghalaya, chaired a closed-door meeting with all the chief ministers of northeastern state to discuss interstate border disputes. Shah asserted that the Modi government was committed to provide advanced technology support to the northeastern region. During the launch of Assam Rifle Green Sora plantation on Sunday, Shah vowed to make Cherrapunji green again. Shah also inaugurated key projects in Meghalaya.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah is on a 2-day visit to Meghalaya. Shah on Saturday held a closed-door meeting with chief ministers, the secretaries and the police chiefs of all the northeast states to discuss interstate border disputes and the COVID-19 surge in the region. Apart from interstate border disputes, issues such as drug trafficking, law and order, floods and tourism were also discussed. He also chaired a special meeting with NESAC to review its operations. During the meeting, the minister has discussed mapping of forest gap areas and expansion of the land area for horticulture development. Shah on Sunday launched Assam Rifles Green Sohra Plantation Drive in Meghalaya, Shillong. He also vowed to make Cherrapunji green again. According to the minister, in just 25 to 30 years, Cherrapunji has lost its green status. Its main reason is rampant felling of trees for development.
और फिर से एक बार चेरापूंजी देश में सबसे ज्यादा बारिश लाने वाला क्षेत्र बनेगा, इसका मुझे भरोसा है.
On a 2-day visit, Shah laid the foundation stone of the multipurpose conference center and exhibition facility in Northeastern Space Application Center in Umiam, Meghalaya. Union Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurated interstate bus terminal at Shillong, a cryogenic oxygen plant and a pediatric ward at Umsavali.
यह इंटरस्टेट बस टर्मिनस आज जो शुरू हो रहा है, वो नॉर्थ ईस्ट की रोड कनेक्टिविटी के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा सेंटर बनने वाला है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट की इकोनॉमी का सेंटर.
News Desk, Nagaland TV.
Six-time world champion MC Mary Kom opened her Olympics 2021 campaign in style. Mary Kom in the women's flyweight 48 to 51 kg category defeated Miguelina Hernandez of the Dominican Republic in round of 32. Mary Kom won her bout via a 4-1 split decision. The win takes Mary Kom into round of 16, where she will be facing Colombia Ingrid Valencia after a promising start to Tokyo Olympics in the opening round. Manika Batra has sailed into the next round after winning a 56-minute battle comprising 7 sets against 20-seed Margarita Pisovka of Ukraine. She will be aiming for a medal at Tokyo Games. Reigning world champion PV Sindhu met a dominating start to her Olympic campaign, thrashing Israel Ksenia Polikarpova in straight games in the women's single today. Sindhu will face Hong Kong Seung Nyang Ying on Wednesday. India only rowing pair of Arjun Lal Jat and Arvind Singh have qualified for the semi-final of the lightweight men's double scull at the Tokyo Olympic by finishing third in the repechage race with a timing of 6 to 51.36. Today, the Australian men hockey team mauled India by 7-1 in one-side a fierce men hockey match. So this is all for today's news. For more updates, keep watching Nagaland TV.